Good morning. I'm Dan Glessner.
And I'm Praveen Amancherla.
And we are from Quisk. Quisk is a Silicon Valley-based startup that enables cashless transactions and financial services for anyone with a mobile phone number. We are all about digitizing cash.
Why is it important? Let's look at some telling numbers. There are 6 billion mobile phones in this world, 4 billion credit cards, 2 billion bank accounts, yet 85% of all transactions still happen in cash. It's a major problem for consumers, merchants, banks, and governments.
It's a problem for consumers due to the obvious personal safety risks of carrying a lot of cash on your person. There's a major inconvenience if you have to walk or drive to a place to get cash for transactions. For banks, unlike debit and credit cards where they participate in transactions, they do not participate in cash transactions. For merchants would prefer cash to credit cards because of the relatively high interchange fees that they pay. However, they still incur costs of handling cash, and cash prevents them from really getting to know their customers better, to market more effectively to them, or to pull them into their loyalty program. Lastly, for central banks, cash is a problem because it leads to the development of a shadow economy, and research has shown that cash-intensive countries have lower economic development growth rates.
Quisk is focused on solving these problems. All right, let's show you how we do it.
Okay, for our demonstration, we're going to have 4 use cases. I'm the consumer, Praveen is the merchant. For the first use case, it's an in-store transaction, and what you're seeing on screen is a typical POS system, millions of them out there. To make a transaction, let's say I want to buy this pen here. I enter my mobile phone number, enter my PIN,
and I would sell it to Dan for $1.
I confirm the transaction, say no tip.
So the request goes to the Quisk Cloud platform for authorization, risk assessment, transaction processing, and the consumer also receives an SMS notification.
So just reflect for a second how simple that transaction was. All the consumer needed to remember was something they already know, their mobile phone number and secure PIN.
As a merchant, I like the fact that I don't have to buy any new POS equipment. I also like the fact that this carries lower interchange fee because there's no credit card processing involved. And I can now directly engage with my customers by sending them mobile offers and driving them to my loyalty programs.
Okay, the second use case is going to be I'd like to get some physical cash out of the system. So similarly, I would go down to cash out, enter my mobile phone number, enter my secure PIN, and I'd say I'd like $20, please.
I'll key that in.
Confirm that amount.
And as soon as I see the authorization, I see it and I give the money to Dan.
Thank you.
With this, Quisk enables banks to turn their merchant locations into bank branches. This is useful for banks that are either closing the branches down or don't plan to open branches in remote locations. So Quisk enables issuers and acquirers to reach out to the unbanked community while leveraging existing POS infrastructure.
Okay, third use case is I'd like to just check my account balance in order to do a P2P transaction. In order to do that, I would just enter a simple command balance using SMS.
Consumers like Dan can today use SMS for P2P, bill pay, topping up account, and soon they'll be able to do so using Quisk smartphone apps for iOS and Android. With encryption, multiple account controls, and several authentication levels, Quisk offers bank-grade security.
And the last use case is after doing these transactions during the day, I get home at night, I'm in front of my laptop, I want to just see my transaction history. I can look at a bank-branded portal. This is the one from Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank, one of our partners in the Middle East. I can enter my password, register to see my transaction history, or see a list of actual merchants in the UAE that accept Quisk as a form of payment. So I have very easy visibility to my in-store, online, or P2P transactions.
And for merchants and banks, Quisk offers a web-based management console for reporting, settlement, risk management, etc.
So let's add it all up. 5 reasons why Quisk is unique. Number 1, we are proven. We're in market today with our solution. And in fact, in 2011, Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank and Quisk won the Best M-Payment Innovation Award. So this shows the technical viability of our offering. Number 2, Quisk is fundamentally a new low-cost payment type that's associated with the consumer's mobile phone number and PIN. This is very different than many other approaches, which are basically smartphone wrappers around higher cost credit card payments.
Number 3, Quisk has built a secure, scalable, high-performance platform. Our DNA comes from CyberSource, which was acquired by Visa for $2 billion and was processing 1/3 of world's e-commerce. Number 4, Quisk rides the rails of existing POS systems, so no new merchant investments are needed.
And number 5, unlike Bitcoin, we collaborate with central banks in countries where we operate. So we're digitizing local currencies completely in accordance with regulations. So in closing, Quisk digitizes local currencies with a global cloud-based platform. Our go-to-market model is to partner with banks. We've done this initially primarily in the Middle East, Latin America, and the Caribbean. However, we're looking at opportunities now domestically for large mobile payment opportunities as well.
If you are with a bank and responsible for digital strategy or mobile payments, we'd like to speak with you.
And if you're an investor, we're raising Series B funding later this year. Remember, Quisk is the next step in the evolution of money. Thank you.
Thank you.